In this sample program, I'm going to demonstrate an input box. An input box is not something you should use for all of your input, but it does give you a way to just go out and get some simple piece of information from the user. So I have a button here called Get Age. It's going to prompt the user in an input box to enter their age, and then I'm just going to display out what their age is down here in this label. So I'm going to go into this Get Age event. And you can see what I've done here is I calculated a string called string age because the information that's returned from an input box is a string. So I'm going to store the result here. So what you do with an input box is this. You just say input box, and then you, in the parentheses here, you'll specify the string that's going to be the prompt to the user. So this will prompt the user to enter their age. Once the user enters it, it'll store it back here. So let's just see how that's going to work. Okay, here's the input box. Enter your age. I'll put an age in here. Click OK. Alright, now all that happened was it was stored in string age. So now I'm just going to put this information back in the label. So it's my label age.text is assign the value of your age is, and I'm just going to use the string concatenation operator that we've seen in earlier chapters to display the age. So now I'm going to run it again. Okay, put in an age, OK, and now it's going to come back here. Okay, you have a few options when you have input boxes. The first parameter is always going to be the prompt. Okay, you'll notice in my drop-down box here that it gives you the first parameter is a prompt as string. The second parameter is a title. So if I want to put a specific title on my input box, I can do that here. I'll call this age information. And when I run the program now, you can see this title comes out here, age information. Okay. You have a few more options with input boxes. You can specify a default value. So if you wanted an initial default value in there, you could do that. I don't know why you would, it's really not that common, but that would put 35 in initially and you could change it. And the other two options are X positions and Y positions, which will allow you to move the location of the input box around the screen. But those are all optional. So that's just how to use a simple input box. If you ever need a number to come out of your input box, like if I wanted to store the results in an integer, for instance, I could do the same thing. But when it comes back from this, I can convert this to an integer. Now obviously I would have to declare the integer as well. Okay. But this would allow you to take the information from the input box and store it in an integer.